Hey everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we will be talking about Color Street.
What about the fun? Who wants to cover the fun?
Boo! In my last Color Street video, I had mentioned that Color Street has a new compensation plan that will be put into effect fully in October, but they have been rolling it out with certain stylists, so certain people have it, certain people don't, but by October, this will be everybody's compensation plan, so people will have new ranks, old ranks, all over the place ranks, and looking at the new compensation plan, there are 7 new ranks. This will be a shorter compensation plan video because she does just go over the first 3 ranks of the company, which only the last one that she covers is a newer rank. So it is just how to achieve these 3 ranks. And then after the first 3 ranks that she talks about is when another new rank is introduced called Team Builder. And that is when you have to have somebody underneath you in order to achieve this rank. So it doesn't look like with this new compensation plan, not to make it an absolute requirement to achieve said rank by having a downline. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. I have links to my Poshmark, which I actually have this shirt up on Poshmark right now. This shirt is interesting to you as I do that. I also have links to my Patreon, my channel members, and my anti-MLM playlist, which has a lot of videos on there. All right, and with all of that said, let's get started.
Hey everybody, we're going to talk real quick about the brand new Color Street compensation plan. It's really exciting. It is enhanced.
I mean, this is definitely not enhanced. I would love for it to be more than 240p. I'm not sure how you filmed this like it's 1999, but okay. Unfortunately, we have to deal with the low quality, but I think she will explain the first 3 ranks just fine on the whiteboard, which we could see, but this paper is just a blur. That's all it is.
Better than ever, and as you can see, there are lots of different ranks in the new plan. And today we are going to cover the first 3 ranks. So when you join Color Street and you buy your kit, you become a Color Street stylist, and you are going to get stylist discounts. You'll find out about our releases and all that stuff first, which is really cool. But to make the most out of our compensation plan, you want to rank up into the plan. So let's talk about the first rank. The first rank is becoming a qualified stylist. A qualified stylist has 300 in personal volume. We call it PV for short, personal volume for the month. And every month numbers start all over. So we do this every single month, and you want to have 300 or more. Now, if you're in the United States, the math is super easy because 300 in personal volume means that you have sold 300 in retail sales. As we go into other...
With the prices of Color Street, it is relatively lower price compared to most MLMs out there, but it is a kind of quicker turnaround product, meaning that more people are probably maybe buying it a little more often than normal, but either way, I can only see maybe people buying 4 a month at the most who are not in the business and needing to show off every color under the sun and have each of your nails a different color and also have them to give out to people and harass them at the grocery store and put on the 2 strips so they can see how wonderful and magical they are. I believe looking at the Color Street website, the prices range anywhere from between $12 and $14, so we'll take an average and just say $13. So let us get out a calculator and let's see. If you need to sell $300 at 13, you need to sell about 23 sets, which is kind of a lot to sell. And if you sell 300 and I believe you get 25% back, you've made $75 just in a month to be qualified, and that doesn't even cover your starter kit, which I believe is $128. So you would need to do that again next month just to break even, and that's not even saying that you didn't personally buy something yourself.
Countries, and we're in Canada now. The conversion is a little bit different, but it's still the 300 PV in order to be a qualified stylist. And it doesn't matter if you have any team members under you or not. You may or may not, but as long as you have the 300, then you are qualified. Now, what does that get you? That gets you 25% on your personal sales. So this 300, you're gonna get $75 of that back as your sales commission. And then...
Right, but that is only if you sell to other people. Like if you also buy, because the PV does work for your own personal sales, but obviously if you're putting money towards something and then getting a discount back, that doesn't mean that you earned all of that money. That just means that you are now more in the red than you were previously before just having the starter kit. Buying more nails yourself means that you are having to put more money in. Yes, you may get a 25% off discount, but that doesn't mean that it's free, or that because you purchased from your own stash, essentially, that you made money that way.
And you're also going to get 2%. Let's say you do have a couple team members and they have, let's say maybe they're not even qualified stylists, but that's okay. They have some volume. They've made some sales over the month, and you are going to get 2% of any team members of yours that are on your level 1. So this would be your level 1. And then if they had a team member, that would be level 2. If they had one, that would be level 3. And you might have multiple on, you know, different levels there, but you would earn as a qualified stylist 2% on your level 1 team members, on top of getting that bump up from 15 to 25% in your personal.
So then if you just personally sold $300 in your first month, just so you can qualify for that rank, let's say you've earned $75, plus you have 2 people underneath you. If they sold 200 and 100, then, and you get 2% on that, then you got $6. So you made $81. I don't know, 300, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you break it down, you see you have to sell 26 sets, and maybe the first month people are super excited because it's something new, something they haven't seen before, and maybe they are just trying to support you. But month after month after month, and again, the higher ranks that you want to go, the more your personal volume goes up in order to maintain that rank.
Sales volume. So we're going to talk about, that's the first rank, which is awesome. Let's talk about the second rank. So the second rank is called Senior Stylist. I'm just going to put an S, Senior Stylist. Now a Senior Stylist has to have at least 300. So if this is you, you have to have 300 or more because you got to be qualified. But you need 700 in what we call group volume. And that means you and your entire lineage here. Let's say this is your team here. A
really doesn't want to put the additional one down there because I'm thinking she sees it.
B, C. So one way it could work is, let's say you have 300, B has 200, so that's 500. Let's say A has 100, that's 600, and C has 100. 700. When you add up all your volume for the month, you're the only qualified stylist in the group because you've got 300 or more. And maybe one of these people does qualify, which would be fantastic. But they don't have to in order for you to be a senior stylist. You can have 300 and with the help of your team members, get up to 700 and be
because 700, doing 700 yourself is a lot. That's more than double what you had to do for the previous rank. And just to be qualified, you have to sell or buy $300 worth of product each month, which is a lot. Like maybe 100, I could see that maybe. But I just don't think there should be any requirement in order to qualify. But I guess it's what the MLMs want to do. It's the sales quota that they have to meet because it is a sales job. So I understand that. But if it's your own business, why do you have to sell a certain amount, like just to maintain that rank or maintain qualification.
Senior stylist, or watch this magic. It could just be you all by yourself. You can.
So looking at Color Street's previous compensation plan, they did change senior stylist for this new compensation plan for the new 2022 one. So it looked like you just went from stylist and then senior stylist was the next one versus qualified stylist, which now is the one next after stylist, and then you get senior stylist. But looking at it before, it did look like the group volume was more because it was $1,000 and you had to have 2 qualified legs underneath you. So they at least made it to where you don't have to have people underneath you, and they did make the group volume less. So that is a positive, that you don't need to have people underneath you in order to achieve this rank by yourself, which I think that is definitely more of a positive. But trying to sell $700 worth of Color Street, again, that can be very hard to do just to maintain the rank of senior stylist. And again, if we look, 700 divided by the $13, which we're averaging per set, you have to sell about 54 sets in a month. That's a lot of sets.
Have 700. Let's say you have $1,000 in a month. Okay, if you have $1,000 in personal volume for your month, then you could be a senior stylist all by yourself without enrolling any other team members.
That is, I think that every single rank in every MLM should not require you to have team members in order to rank up. I believe Color Street has changed it where the first few ranks, let me double check, the first 3 ranks, so it's the ranks that she's going to talk about, don't require you to have anybody underneath you. It's not a mandatory thing in order to achieve this rank up. However, once you get to team builder, you have to have somebody underneath you, and then so on and so forth. If you really want to rank up in the company and make a lot more money, you have to have a bunch of people underneath you, just like in every single MLM.
Now, the benefits of being a senior stylist are that you get that 25% on your group volume. And also, the first time you hit that rank, you're going to get a bonus of $50 US, and it's 65 Canadian, and whatever the conversion is for your country, when we go into more countries, it will convert, but it's $50 US as a cash bonus for hitting senior stylist for the first time, which is really cool. Plus the 25%, plus if you do have a team and they do have sales, then you are going, as a senior stylist, you're going to earn 3%.
So even though you don't have to have people underneath you in these specific ranks, they are enticing you to have people underneath you because you get a percentage of their sales, and it helps alleviate some of the pressure of needing to sell $700 worth of product in order to achieve this rank. So if you have people underneath you and you're making money off of them and they're alleviating some of that pressure, they're basically not forcing you, but really heavily enticing you to have a team. You know, it may look good compensation plan wise, like, oh, look, you don't have to have a team, but you know, you get a percentage of their sales, so that's a positive. And if you're like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do $700 worth of product by myself? If I get a couple people to do this with me and I make money off of their sales, that's a lot easier. That seems a lot more achievable. Plus, you probably have your upline telling you to get people involved because it will make it easier.
On your level 1. So if they have a team member too here, at this rank, you wouldn't be earning off of your second level, right? These people are first, meaning they're direct to you. You would earn the 3% on their personal sales for the month, plus the 25% of your personal sales for the month. So that's really neat. All right, let's get to the next The next one, which is super cool.
I bet.
I just love the name of this third one. Our third rank in the compensation plan, I'm just putting the E, but it's Elite Stylist.
She realizes that all of these titles mean absolutely nothing. Like you're you're classified as a stylist or a rep or whatever they want to call themselves. I hate coach. That one's definitely my least favorite because that is super misleading. And kind of so is stylist, but if you just say, hey, here's some nail sets, that can be like, okay. But yeah, elite stylist, qualified stylist. What was the other one? Super stylist, senior stylist. They all don't mean anything.
Elite stylist. I love it. Now for this one, it's very similar where you can earn it all by yourself without any team members.
That's how they all should be. I know I said that before, but that's how it all should be. And these qualifications are just getting higher and higher, and it's just kind of hard to obtain, especially by yourself without purchasing. Like, if you do purchase it, of course, alleviates some, but then it puts you deeper in the hole and you have more money that you have to make in order to be in the black versus being in the red, which most people in MLMs sit in the red.
But in order to do that, you have to have 1,250.
Jeez, that almost went up by double. So we're at 1,250 divided by the 13. You have to sell almost 100 sets in a month? That's ridiculous. That's so hard to do by yourself. No wonder they're making it seem like good. Like, look, we're not making you have a team, but you have to sell 100 sets? I mean, even if you sold 2 to 50 people or 4 to 25 people, you better know a lot of people who really like getting their nails done with stickers.
PV, you can have that.
And if people did want to buy like 4 sets, was 4 times 13, can't do that math. Each person has to spend $50. And again, this is not a mandatory product. I mean, no MLM has a mandatory product, but this is like more of a luxury product, and a bottle of nail polish is a lot cheaper.
All by yourself and be an elite stylist for the month. Now you can also,
and let's say you do just sell this by yourself at $1,250. Let's say you make it, you get the 25%. Oops, I keep doing that backwards. Times 0.25. You made $312. And to need to sell that amount and sell 100 sets in a month, the amount of work that you would have to do would be so much work to make $300. It's when you write it out like this and you just say, oh, all you have to do is this, when you use words like only and it's easy. Yeah, those words sound nice, but the execution of this stuff is so difficult. And we clearly see that in income disclosure statements, where majority of people are at the bottom rank because it is very difficult to achieve these ranks.
Have team members that maybe are helping you get
and
those.
See, that is why you would want team members. It alleviates some of that pressure of needing to sell over $1,200 in product in 1 month. So if you have people underneath you, it's a lot better.
Sales. So we're just going to call our team members A, B, C, and D. I know, real original there, right? So let's say you have 500 in personal volume for sales for the month. So that's great. But we've got to get to that 1,250 mark, okay? So let's say person A here has...
And see, this is also where people harp on their downlines, because they realize that they can only sell a certain amount in a month, but they need to achieve these really high sales numbers in order for them to rank up. These people below, yeah, maybe they will rank up if they sell, the 700 or the 300, something like that. But even if they do 200, 200, 200, 200, you know, they are harping on them like, you have to sell 200, you have to sell 200, do it for the team. The only person who benefits in this team is the person at the top trying to rank up. The people below, I mean, yeah, they'll get some, you know, of course, sales commission, but they don't rank up along with the team. It's not like they also get to be an elite stylist. No, they have to sell X amount in order to achieve that. But they will do it for the upline because they make it seem like, oh, we're doing this together. It would only be you're doing this together if you're all making the same amount of money and you all benefit when the upline ranks up, because most of the time, not everybody ranks up along with the person who's trying to rank up. It just, hey, sell this because I need to rank up. It only benefits the people at the top when you sell what they ask you to sell.
400. And their team member C here has 100, and person D has 100. So how much would person B have to get you to this 1,250 personal volume, or this is group volume, 1,250 in group volume? How much would you need? Okay, so you got 500, 900, 1,000, 1,100.
See, and let's say it's the last week of the month and you have one person in your team, you're like, if you could just sell $150 worth, or if you could just buy $150 worth so that I can rank up. That happens all the time.
Okay, so you would need B to have another 150 or more in order to be an elite stylist, because adding all of your volume up, you would get over, you know, the
how is, like they say, it's how hard you work, it's how much effort you put in. So if you can only sell $500, you have done everything that you can. Now you just need to get your downlines to do it, to not only stay, but also get them to sell X amount in order for you to achieve your rank. How is that on you if you are dependent on the people below you for you to hit rank? How does that make sense? It doesn't.
1250. You would get the 1250 or more. Be great if you go over it too. So what does that get you? When you are an elite stylist, you also get the 25% of your personal volume, which actually can go all the way up to 35% based on what your personal sales are. So if you are getting this 1,250 all by yourself, you're actually going to be making more than 25%. The first time you hit this rank, you're going to get a $100 cash bonus. 100 in the US, it's 130 Canadian. And
that is the other thing, is that, you know, to hit this rank for the first time, they'll give you an extra $100 for reaching that rank. Why don't they also give that to everybody that's a part of your downline? Because they're the real ones who have helped you hit that rank. If you only sold 500 and then 4 of your other people helped you achieve that, but you're the only one who is rewarded because you have people underneath you who were doing the work and who did help you. They call it a team, but only the people at the top reap the benefits.
Are going to earn 4% off of your level 1. So you're going to earn 4% off of.
And this is also why, you know, it's like they get on their downlines like sell more, sell more, sell more, buy more, buy more, because they make money off of their sales. So the more money that your downlines make, the more money you have, and you didn't do anything for that money. They worked hard, you reap the benefits.
Your team member A and B here. So C and D are on your level 2. So there's not a commission at the elite stylist level or the elite stylist rank for your level 2, but there is for your level 1. So these guys right here.
It really benefits you to rank up even more, because clearly the higher you rank up, the more you'll be able to make commission off of your downlines.
Direct to you are your level 1, and you would be earning 4% of their sales plus 25 to 35% of your sales. So this new plan just gets even more exciting as we go up, but those are the first 3 levels. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.
Bye, Color Street lady. Yes, looking at the new compensation plan, I guess they've added 7 new ranks, and the first 3 don't require you to have downlines, but of course the one after elite, I think it's team leader, you need to have somebody a part of your downline in order to achieve that rank. So does that sound do these things sound nice and they look nice, and Color Street has maybe made it look a little bit better? Like, look, we're willing to give them so much more and not have to have people underneath them. But you're still rewarding people by saying, oh, but you will make commission off of your downline. So you're incentivizing them to do it, even if you're saying, oh, but it's okay, you don't have to. And you also leave some of that pressure of needing to sell $700 or $1,250 a month just to achieve that rank and make $300. And of course, that is just you doing it all yourself. If you had a downline and you did like 1,000, they did $1,250, you would make less, but you make money off of their sales and you realize, oh, I've alleviated a lot of that pressure and they're doing a lot of work and I'm getting the benefit of it. That's the issue. It doesn't matter if you need people or not. They make it really difficult to maintain these ranks. They make it not impossible, but clearly improbable when you look at income disclosure statements and the fact that you need to sell and or buy X amount in order to achieve these ranks each month. Each month. It's not like they're like, oh, you know, you're good and we will still pay you the 35% or the 25% and you will still be at that rank. You just have to get X amount in order to achieve the next rank. No, it's you drop rank. And then especially when you get higher up where you have to have people underneath you in order to rank up, and then certain people want to leave or they don't, you know, meet certain ranks because they are pretty hard to achieve, as we see, then they leave and the individual deranks. And as always, it is their fault for having people leave because they should have been expecting that. I don't know. It's like if people love what they do and this is the greatest thing ever, then why would they expect people to leave? Because if everybody loves it, why would you ever leave? I just always find videos like these, the compensation plan videos, to be so interesting and so telling that people have to make videos of how people make money in MLMs because it can be confusing. When you start a job, they don't write down and show you with doodles and stuff of how you're getting paid. You're like, okay, if I work hourly, I make X amount per hour. If I'm salary, I know what my salary is. It's very black and white. But in an MLM, they think it's cool to be every shade of blue. I don't know. Alright, you guys, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything Color Street in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!